Oh, this is so nice. Yeah. Now the whole nation is bound. Yeah. There's a binding going on to those that are oaths. Yeah. Now, in verse 19, again I say unto you that if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. Yeah. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. Now, I've been alone for 8 years, 6 months, and 15 days. Yeah. And during that whole time, I've had to be by myself. Yeah. You've said it's not important that I pray, and I thought, well, maybe it is. Yes. See, when you kidnapped my sons, yep, I was not able to pray with them. Now, sometimes there's something about asking in Jesus' name. Should we sue them and have them put in prison? Should we remove from office every oath that does know that you have not, yes, supported and defended the Constitution of the United States? Now, I mentioned that your name is a name on a lawsuit. Yes, I don't really care who you are. Ouch! I don't care. But they might. Now, you thought that you would take my sons, yes, and you do all of this because of false accusations of child abuse. One of them's an adult now. I'm going to want to know who he knows. Yep. And I'm going to want to know if any of them are witnesses when suing you. Ouch. And then as I get to know my sons, I'm going to want to know who they know. Yeah. And then when I'm able to speak to Marilyn, I'm going to want to know who she knows. Yes. Because I'm going to have plenty of witnesses against you. Now, you refuse to acknowledge my right, yes, to call witnesses in my favor. Yes. When you had me arrested on July 4th of 2016 for the false accusation of violating that fraudulent protection order twice. Yes. Then you refused to admit the evidence that would have exonerated me. Yeah. And you decided that you'd rather receive a bribe from one of my relatives to falsify mental health evaluation. Well, I'm not loosing you. Yes. Until I'm sure, yep, that you're going to enforce the laws. And if it requires a decade of lawsuits throughout this nation and every nation of the world to accomplish what I'm going to accomplish, there won't be an individual in office that will ever accept anything as a gratuity for being in office. Now I know that your explanation, right, was you have expenses because you've been supporting your lookalike employee. Oh, but we have no use for lookalike employees in any form of government of the United States. So all the expenses that you've had has been unnecessary. Yeah, you could have been contented with the actual salary that you received. Now, for the Gates family, the billionaires, Mark Cuban, poop. I want you to understand something, itchy scratch. We do not have any need for any look-alike employee of any form of government. Yeah. And you said you were the payroll, William? Well, why don't you give me the pay of the payroll? Because I've spent the last 4 years documenting crime, and everybody.